Stiff breeze, you can see by the flag. Green flag at the back. A relatively short walk across the track. And the lights come in at the top left of your screen. The lights go red. They're on. They're going off, and away we go. And it's a good start by Craig Clark. Craig Clark with Kevin Cable in the middle of the bunch there, looking for the fast man to come through. Look to the left. Todd Ellis almost on the grass at the exit of pit lane there, but he got boxed in. That one didn't work. Christies did get a good start. They are up to fourth. The number 34, Sam and Tom Christie in third now at Druids. Amazing, amazing stuff. They started alongside Todd Ellis, and they're now second. That's sensational on the opening lap. Sam and Tom Christie in second place. No, surely not the lead. Here they go. In front they go. Craig Clark and Peter Enser, then the number 17 crew getting pushed back. Sam and Tom Christie, what a job they've done off the line. That was absolutely amazing. The Christie boys going for it. Father and son Hilditch is at the back, the yellow and black bike. Christie's, no, we've got 10 laps here. This will go in the blinking of an eye. They know what they've got to do. There's George Holden on that very, very pretty deep blue bike. He's now going past Clark. He's gone on the inside. Luke Williams, number 91, going with him. Luke Williams. Jason Pitt in the red and white leathers. Here comes Todd Ellis. Todd Ellis on the back of George Holden. He won't be quite so easy to pass for Todd Ellis. World Championship leader, though, going for the inside, having a look. No, they've boxed him out again and rubbing. And that's Craig Clark on the grass. Craig Clark touching, but he's on the grass. It's still all together. That's the main thing. Had to replace the sidecar arch after yesterday's race. Through goes Ellis. Ellis on the inside of George Holden. Holden cutting back. What a job this young man is doing. John Holden's son, of course. George Holden, Oscar Lawrence, son of Rick Lawrence, who passengered Roger Lovelock to championship success in 2009. There's Kershaw. Kershaw and Charwood, number 29, on the red and white Quattro bike. There they are. Ahead of Luke Williams. Let's have a look at that action through there. Oh, look, on the inside, George Holden. George Holden gives him a little nudge, a touch onto the gravel. Fantastic. And Craig Clark kept it all together, kept it on the island, back on the black stuff. That's what he needed to do. Here comes Kershaw. Kershaw then underneath George Holden and Oscar Lawrence. What a dramatic race this is. And out in front is Christie by 4.1 seconds. And that's amazing. That's really amazing. And we're only on the second lap. This is breathtaking stuff. I'm never going to stand the pace here. Never mind these boys. Kershaw and Charwood, 29, stalking Todd Ellis, who they beat at Donington Park in the World Sidecar round just last weekend in a fantastic race too. These boys took one race apiece in the World Championship, and now they're here in the Molson Group British Championship, just what the spectators want, giving it their very best shot. There's a name for the future, number 91, Luke Williams and Jason Pitt. First season in a sidecar. I saw his social media post early in the season. He said 3 firsts this weekend, first time in a sidecar, first in race 1, and first time upside down. So he came into it from the world of car racing, and he's only 30 years of age, has 22 years of experience. That's the man I'm talking about. Number 91, Luke Williams, with Jason Pitt on board. There's a name for the future. He is going to be big, big news in this championship. Blackstock and Rosley behind him. DNF came near as Sierra's leaders, now trailed by 1 point, the Christies. And the Christies are out in front. They are going to enhance that championship lead. Will Todd Ellis close them down? 1-1-1, Kevin Cable on the back of Simon Robinson and Mick Fairhurst. Rob Biggs there with Adam Christie, who will be a bit rusty in fairness. Number 5, Rob Biggs going through Todd Ellis's teammate and going through on the inside under Kevin Cable and Chaz Richardson. Simon Robinson 19, Rob Biggs then has got Robinson ahead of him. He's the next man on his target list. Blackstock still leading Luke Williams, who's doing an absolutely admirable job. Sticky out there, it's hot. These big fat Avons will be glued to the tarmac. If anything, they might get a little bit too soft because the track temperature already, we're not yet at midday, will be pretty warm. Part of the track having been resurfaced. Track temperature 38 degrees. That is really warm stuff. You wouldn't want to sit your bare bottom on it, that's for sure. Number 34, Sam and Tom Christie. Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement stalking them. The gap now down to 2.1 seconds on lap 4. This pairing leading the World Championship. And if they score well here, they could end up leading the British Championship, although the Christies are the people keeping them at bay, not just in Ellis Clement. 1.4 off the Christies. The lap record went yesterday to them. Ben and Tom Birchall's lap record was beaten by 0.2 of a second. New lap record 131.707 set yesterday in race 1, and I would have put a little bit of money, but not a lot of money because I don't have a great deal of money, on them doing it again today. But let's see, maybe the track temperature is not conducive to lap records, but they're on them. They've got them now 2-3 machine lengths away, and we will be approaching the half race distance next time, but it's already looking a little bit like a foregone conclusion as Ellis and Emmanuel Clement home in on the race leaders. Just let the pictures tell the story here. How amazing is this? And Kershaw and Charlwood in third. What aspirations have they got? Still with a long way to go. This a 25-mile race, and we are not yet at half distance, and here comes Kershaw. Ellis then being denied the privilege of leading, certainly at the moment, but he'll pick his moment, he'll pick his chance. Probably, I would suspect, down and over Pilgrim's Drop into Hawthorne Bend. Looking left now, going through on the inside, no way through. Christies far too astute for that at Graham Hill. Along and up to Surges. Rob Biggs, number 5, and Adam Christie into pit lane. So that's the second retirement for Rob Biggs. That looks like that must be a mechanical issue. Unless, of course, Adam Christie was feeling a bit rusty and gave him a tap, but we don't know that. I will know after the race. Nonetheless, it's a DNF for Rob Biggs. Look at this then. The World Championship leaders, absolutely class act on the Santander Salt. Kobelco, Yamaha just looking. Sam and Tom Christie doing a fantastic job. How have they raised their game? My goodness me. 3 at the front, look at them. And right there, just a second and a bit adrift, Kershaw and Charlwood, and they know they've got the beating of Ellis and Clement as they go through. Ellis and Clement sweep through majestically to take the lead, and Kershaw will have seen that. He will know the Achilles in the heel of the Christie boys, and he might well try the same move. He's having a look already at Paddock Hill. There he goes through. How cheeky was that? Fantastic stuff. Steve Kershaw, Ryan Charlwood up to second place, pushing the Christie boys back. Then comes George Holden, then it's Blackstock and Rosny. Damage limitation on their championship standings, but at the moment it's Ellis Clement marching on to a 25 point. This is the moment. Through goes Ellis, a beautiful move into clearways and keeping it tight, and that's what he does so well. He's on rails, absolutely on rails. Kershaw will have thought, I cannot wait another lap. I've got to go. I've got to go. Let's see what the gap is. Over the line, into Hawthorne they go, down from Pilgrim's Drop. And then sweeping along towards Westfield. Fourth gear corner, Westfield. And now looking back up the road for George Holden. Oscar Lawrence, here they come with Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosny chasing now in 5th, the number 95 red and black outfit. Came here as championship leaders, had a DNF with a blown engine in race 1 yesterday, and now they're having to work to maintain the championship point standings. They desperately need it. There will be another World Championship clash later in the year when Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement go to Oschersleben, when we are all at Donington Park. That is their chance to earn good points, but when we come back here to Brands at the end of the year, there are double points in the finale. So this is going to be a fascinating championship right to the end of the season. Podium yesterday for the number 93 blue bike, but it ain't going to be a podium yet today, because they've got 3 outfits ahead of them. They are currently in 4th place, George Holden and Oscar Lawrence. But they're under huge pressure now from Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney, having done an overnight engine change. So consistent, Blackstock and Rosney. Unusual for them to have a mechanical failure, but it happened yesterday. It went bang in a big cloud of smoke. Looking at the inside, shadowing George Holden, who's come on in leaps and bounds since we featured him in a little documentary last year as one of the up-and-coming newcomers. Well, how up-and-coming did he turn out to be? New names in this sport, and that's what we need. Young blood coming in at the bottom. The feeder class at Bemsey has done a great job bringing these would-be champions through into the Premier F1 class, the Molson Group Sidecar Championship. And Holden and Lawrence are products of that, having been former Bemsey champions. Luke Williams, the number 91, who's currently in 6th place, is 3rd in the Bemsey Championship in his first season, so not too shabby. Here comes Blackstock. Blackstock then no. Holden far too canny for that. The gap Ellis has at the front now over Kershaw, 1.6 seconds last time over the line. 1:31.892, but that is shy of yesterday's, although it is still inside the old lap record held by Ben Birchall, who has chosen this season to do other things and stay away. Some delay in getting the bike prepared, as I understand. I spoke to him last weekend, and he did say that they've had a delay getting components from America for his oiling system, and the bikes aren't ready. There goes Blackstock. There goes Blackstock through on the inside. Now get the power down. Now get the drive. They are up to 4th. Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney. What has George Holden got? He's alongside as they go over Pilgrim's Drop. This, the fastest part, 140 miles an hour down there towards Hawthorne. Throwing it in, reclaiming the place. What brilliant, brilliant sidecar racing. The reverse grid delivers some terrific action, and these guys are having to work for a living. Let's have a look at that move. There's Blackstock then up the inside. Is he going? Diving through. Yes, he is at Surtees. Left nowhere for George Holden to go. And then getting the power down and driving really, really hard. But that Kawasaki is quick. Just about the only Kawasaki in the race. The red biker Yamaha, as are most of them. Oh, Luke Williams out of it. That's a DNF for the newcomer, the 30-year-old. What a shame. His father, Tony, very much a sidecar racer back in the day, so that's where it comes from. Luke Williams from the world of kart and car racing. Before, oh no, Holden out of it, hand in the air. He and Oscar Lawrence. George Holden and Oscar Lawrence, having podiumed yesterday, are out of it. What a shame. Technical problem. They're pulling on to the long lap just to say our game is over for today. What a shame. Meanwhile, at the front, can Kershaw close down? 2.4 seconds the gap last time over the line. Ellis and Clement, well, they did it at Donington Park last weekend. Can they do it here? We are on lap 9 of 10, the penultimate lap. On their way to a double here, Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement. The young lady, the young French lady, such an admirable job she does as passenger, and when she's in the garage, she never stops working, polishing, cleaning, mechanical work. She lives and breathes the outfit. It looked to me as if Rob Biggs was back out there at the back. Rob Biggs back at the tail end of the field. Number 91 Williams, as we saw Luke Williams out of it at Stirling's. Rob Biggs and Adam Christie, well, if they keep going, they'll earn some points. They're back in the race, so they've got to get over the line. But we're looking then, the final lap for the race leaders on their way to a double here and 50 points. That will move them on to 100 points. And will it be enough to overhaul Blackstock? Well, currently in the position he's in, no, it will not, because Blackstock will collect 13 points, 103. It's going to be close. It's going to be close now going into the next round, which of course is the Cadwell Revival, not at BSB. So that's a 3-race championship, and it's going to be good. Race leaders then, impeccable. 131.892 their fastest lap, 131.707 yesterday, so remarkably consistent for Ellis and Clement. Into the arena for the final time. The checkered flag awaits them, and a compelling victory here by over 2 seconds from Kershaw and Charlwood. Ellis Clement take it. A great start from the very back of the grid for the number 29 crew. 3rd place for Christies. Well, 16 points. That will put them still, in my book, as championship leader. That will give them 108, I reckon. I'll have to wait for confirmation, but a rudimentary mathematics will put Christies still leading the championship ahead of Blackstock and Ellis. Martin Kirk coming over. He's done a great job with young Kyle Masters for 5th place, having not ridden for well over a season. Emmanuel Clement acknowledging the applause of the crowd here. What a race they gave. And what a race the Christie boys did, and Kershaw 29. Hats off, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant. Well, that was a breathtaking 10 laps, all over in the blinking of an eye. There's your top 3. And in that order, confirmation then of that brilliant win by Ellis and Clement. There it is, 3.1 seconds ahead of Kershaw. Christies there a further 5 seconds back. Blackstock, Kirk, there's your top 6. Simon Robinson, Mick Fairhurst rounding out the top 6. Archer, Hyde, Cavell Richardson, Hawkswell, Taylor, Clark Enser. Top 10, the Hilditch father and son. And there you see Holden Lawrence. You saw them retire. And of course, standings, well, I reckon we've got 3 crews over 100 points. Let's have a look. I'm not wrong. 108 Christies lead, 103 Blackstock, Ellis and Clement maximum from 4 races. You can't do better than that, can you? Holden Lawrence firmly in 4th place. Robinson, Archer, Hawkswell, everybody scored respectable points except the Kirby boys. They weren't here. Peach, of course, blew up 4 engines yesterday. His weekend was over at close of play last night.